Firefighters respond daily to a universe of need within the community, but some of them have extended that response far beyond our city limits. Not long ago, it was hurricane relief in Mississippi. This time, the reach was farther. Meet Captain Matt Russell, who joined a group of medical volunteers in the jungle villages of Guatemala. And he enlisted fellow firefighters Vinnie Ciulla and Rooney to join in future missions.
And it's really rewarding. I get more out of it than I can ever give anybody when I go there.
This is Tamahu, a jungle metropolis of maybe 2,000 residents, surrounded by 30 or so other settlements. Up there, in the mountains, about a 4-hour trek up that slope.
And it was about a 25, 30-degree angle trail straight up the mountain. Carrying all the medication on our backs, which was about 60 to 80-pound bags. And then the altitude was up to 9,600 feet, which none of us are used to. So we were breathing hard, breathing heavy. And then by the time we got there, we found out that the people got tired of waiting and they went back to their smaller towns and villages.
The team is headed by Dr. Bill Schneider of Banner Thunderbird, who brings a new definition to the term house call.
Hello, my name is Dr. Bill Schneider. I'm an emergency room physician over at Thunderbird. Here we are out here in the middle of the world called Guatemala.
We brought medications with us. We brought Gatorade. We brought pain pills for arthritis and antibiotics. So whatever we thought that they needed, we were able to give to them, explain how to use them and how to use the medications and help them out for the time being.
Most of their residents speak only variations of ancient Mayan dialects, which translators convert to Spanish, and others make the bridge to English. The accommodations may be sleeping in an insect-proof cocoon on a dirt floor, being careful to stuff cotton in their ears to keep the roaches out. The menu of the day, every day, corn, black beans, very often the hottest chili you'll ever find on a badly made tortilla. And that chili can lead to troublesome ulcers. They wash it down with very weak coffee, but at least it's boiled. And that's the only water they drink because the streams are their only running water, and they're also the only sewers.
Worms is a big problem. The water supply there, they don't have any type of facilities for water treatment, so they use natural spring water, river water, runoff water, and they don't have any facilities for restrooms or any laundry facilities or any running water. So all the stuff they use when they cook, they clean, or the water they drink is what's running through the river. And you can imagine that further downstream you get, the less purified that water would be. So all the water they drink has some sort of contamination to it, whether it's fecal or bacterial or wherever it comes from, and that's what they drink. The mortality rate in children there is just ridiculously high, and the families, they'll have 10, 12, 15 children, and maybe 7 or 8 will make it to adulthood. And we go there for a week every year, and that 1 week, those people will talk about that 1 week for the rest of their life because they've never had another person come there from the outside world.
One of the things that put the food in perspective, I asked one of the families how often they get to eat meat, and they said 3 times a year, Christmas, Easter, and then when you guys come.
You might forget their name or you might forget something about them. They probably remember every single thing about you for the rest of their life, and they'll tell their kids and their grandkids about the time when, the El Doctor, Mateo, and Vincenzo, and Ricardo came and came to our house and had a meal with us and sat down and gave us all toothbrushes and came to our house to visit us.
Right in the morning, right after we ate breakfast, people were there before sunup waiting for us, lined up, and we would do our best to get our things going, eat breakfast and set up, and then start seeing people. And I think they said we saw over 200 people each day as far as patients. I know that the dentists say that they pulled an average of 70 teeth a day. So they were long days, but they went quick, you know.
Up here in the clouds, there is no electricity, no radio, no internet, no newspapers. But there is an exotic beverage called Coca-Cola, and a banquet may include some exotic dishes on the menu.
Pig brain was one.
Pig brain.
There was cow stomach.
Cow stomach. Which tongue was that?
I think it was cow tongue.
Cow tongue.
Yeah. And there was some other delicious stuff.
Yeah, there was chicken and ribs and
pork spare ribs.
But you kind of had to know which one you were digging into, because I mean I'll try anything, but when there's food that I'm used to eating, I'll choose that before I go to the pig brain.
It's just really rewarding because these people don't expect anything, and they have absolutely nothing, and they're so happy to see us. They don't ask, they don't beg, but they're very grateful for what we can do for them. Even if it's just for a week, it changes up their lives for a week, and it makes us, I think I could speak for these two, it makes us really appreciate what we have.
The head of the family may earn as much as $900 a year. They are, as Dr. Bill says, the poorest of the poor.
If anybody wanted to help out, they could contact the Medical Missionaries of Charity for a monetary donation. Any doctors, Spanish-speaking medical personnel, dentists would be a #1 priority of everybody, is that it's really hard to get dentists to go. All the trips I've been on, we've had a few dentists that have come and gone, and none of them have ever returned. As most of the volunteers don't ever return either.
Rich, Matt, and Vinnie are already eager to enlist for Dr. Bill's next mission to Guatemala. That's all the time we have for this edition of Conversation.